Hello and welcome to the second episode of the Unity course. So after the downloading of Unity and Visual Community Studio 2019 and after creation the first project that we will begin a full test. So this will pop up to you. So it's like for your first time it's hard and you don't know where to begin and what is all of this. So let's step by step together to know what is all of this. First of all, we have the hierarchy. This hierarchy have all the game object that you need on your game. So every something in here under the sample scene, you will find it into the scene. For example, the main camera, you will find it into the scene. So everything in hierarchy you will find it into the scene, and the game is the simulation of your game. So what you made in the scene, so this is the development of the game here the development of the game. So this rectangle is the camera. So when you develop your game here, you will simulate here. So we don't have nothing, so the game is empty. Here the asset store, where you can download some assets, musics and uh, characters, weapons, etc. Here for the project that organize our assets, our audio, our characters, our weapon, our everything here. We can make folders for the scripts. We can make folders for the assets and also for the sprites. So sprite, it's a keyword of the game sheet, not the game sheet with double E, not EA. Okay, so let's go to the inspector. The inspector per default it's empty, but when you click on the main camera you will find the inspector here. So these I will close them. These are three components of the main camera. The component of the game object main camera. So every game object have components, like the human have components, body parts, brain, stomach, heart, everything. So the main camera have components. You have the transform, you have the camera, and you have the audio listener. Okay, let's check what is the transform. Transform is what the positioning of the camera from the x-axis, it's horizontal. For the y-axis, it's vertical. And rotation and scaling. So the camera doesn't need the rotation and doesn't need scale. So it's like this. For this, for the camera component, it's the background color. You can change the background color, for example yellow or red, and this is the size of the camera. And we don't need all of this, we will talk about it later. Okay, let's make a cube. So I will enter the sprites folder and hit right on my mouse and create and go to sprites square. So this is square. I will drag and drop it into the scene. So this is the scene. So this is my square, and also there is in the hierarchy and in the scene also, and in the game also the simulation, you will find. So in the game we can do nothing, just watch our game. And if we hit play, you will see that the game simulation is started. So the play button is blue, so the simulation is started. So this is the scene. I can use these tools to move around and rotate and scaling, and there's scale here also. And this tool make everything, so moving, scaling, and rotate. So, and we can also use the transform component for the movement and rotation and the scaling also. I will put everything on 0 because I want it per default. Make reset. So this is my cube. Okay. For the transform, only for the position, rotation, and scaling. For the sprite render, it's for the design, the color, and the sorting layer and order layer we will talk about later. But now, just the we'll find the coloring. Okay. I will make another here square. I want to scale it down here. So I will scale it like the size of the camera, and I can drag the game and put it here. So I'm testing the game and making it at the same time. So this is my little body here, and I can add, go to click right, create sprite triangle. I can put a triangle here, so it's little. I will make it something like this. So this can be something like traps, you know. So we have this square. I will name it to player, and this is for the ground. You can click here and rename here, or you click right and rename. And for the triangle, I will name it to trap. Okay, I can make another one. So to duplicate, Control and D. You see, Control and D and move around. So I made 6. I can make a game, create empty. I will name it to traps and put it inside the traps. So this is the like mother, and I put the traps inside it, so I can move around like this. I can make a ground, and I can make the top. I will name it top. I hit Ctrl D on the ground and they make top, and I can make also for the traps, and I can move around here. So we have two traps, but this is not in the correct way. So I can rotate. So minus 180 into the X to rotate it. You see? So we have our game here. It's like traps, and the player must jump. So we make first the platform and everything. So this is for the design. We did for the design, and the next episode we will talk about how to make like a real player that he can move around and etc. So this is for this episode. We talked about how to make triangle assets, etc., square, and that's it. So see you guys on the next episode.